Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world and everybody had a great weekend. I do humbly apologize for not uploading yesterday. I had a whole lot to do and I'll explain that later. But before I do that, thank you so much to all those new subscribers. I humbly and gratefully appreciate your support. I truly am so appreciative. So like I said, you guys, I was busy. So I was trying to clear my schedule for this week and next week because on Friday I'll be having a medical procedure done which will keep me out of commission for like maybe a week. But knowing me, I'm such a stubborn person, and besides that, I'm a stay-at-home mother with remote learning going on with 3 of my kids, so there's no way I can be out of commission. I've always got to be present and there for my kids, so that's gonna be a challenge. So as I said, I've been trying to clear my schedule, and then I also found out that Jeffree Star will be releasing his mystery boxes on Friday. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh shit, am I gonna miss out on this? And I respect those that do not like Jeffree Star, that feel a certain way about Jeffree Star. And at the end of the day, for me, it's about the product and not the person behind the product. You know, I've always loved mystery boxes and it's always been so interesting. So we'll see if I can get my hands on those. And if I do, I will be getting an extra premium box. So I can do a giveaway with that. So, okay, let's get into today's video. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing Ryland Adams with his podcast with LIZZIE Gordon called The Sip. And we're going to be discussing The Sweet Boys. That's a podcast with Garrett and Andrew, friends of Shane Dawson's. So now, a little bit of background. We know that Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams are engaged. So they are partners. So 2 months ago, when Ryland actually released his podcast or announced his podcast, Shane actually came out in support of his partner, which is like, who wouldn't, you know? And he went on and he promoted Ryland's podcast and how happy it is for him, and he's finally achieving what he always wanted to do. And you guys, personally, I love Ryland's podcast. I may be biased. No, I'm not biased. It's hilarious, humorous as shit, witty, and him and LIZZIE make such a great team. They really bounce off of each other. They are both hilariously funny, and it's so lighthearted, you know, nothing major. Or so what a lot of people are talking about now, or should I say pinning these two against each other. We don't know the status of the relationship between Andrew, Garrett, and Shane. We don't know. A lot of people are speculating and assuming that they've basically washed their hands off of Shane. They're no longer friends. We don't know that for facts. We absolutely don't. And in my opinion, I feel as though they did separate themselves from Shane because of the huge backlash that was going on. And which, let's be real here, once Shane came under fire, a lot of people jumped ship on him. A lot of people. So when Andrew did leave, because Andrew used to do the filming and some of the editing for Shane. So when, I think, in my opinion, they came to a decision, the both of them together came to a decision to say, you know what, I'm going through this cancellation right now. There's nothing I can do. It's not helping you. It's not helping me. You should go your own separate way, which he did. That's what I thought or would think did happen. So he went on and he did make a podcast with Garrett. Now, when it comes to the Sweet Boys, I tried. I did try to watch them, but they just not for me. I just couldn't get through 5 minutes of that podcast. And not to say I don't like Andrew or don't like Garrett. They are both fantastic people, but I just don't like their content. That's my preference. So a lot of people are actually coming up against these two and pinning them against each other, which I feel is very unfair, because a lot of people are saying, oh, how come Shane didn't promote Garrett and Andrew's podcast? It's like, let's think about it this way. A lot of people are against Shane right now. You know, he can basically fart and people have an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? So if he has to come and promote it or say something about it, people are going to come at him. Or maybe people won't support the Sweet Boys, you know, because they still feel, people will feel that maybe they're still in communication with him, they support Shane, and maybe they have an issue with them supporting Shane because of all the criticism Shane came by. So I feel it's very unfair, number one. Number two, it's easy for us to sit here, assume, speculate, think of scenarios, you know, be there. The SIP has 142,000 subscribers. Their views range in the mid 700,000 views per episode. Now, when it comes to the Sweet Boys, they have, I think, 427,000 subscribers on their channel. Their first promo, they had 1.5 million views. Then their second video ranked in at 7,500 views. But then their third and the fourth video, it's like declining. The third video did, I think, probably just over 400,000. And then the fourth video got just over 300,000. So I'm thinking people were excited for the mere fact is that they were excited about them having a podcast with expectation of Garrett and Andrew spilling the beans or spilling the tea on what's going on with Shane, or what do they know, you know, stuff like that. So they're just interested, not really interested in their podcast itself, but interested in what they have to say about Shane Dawson. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel it's very unfair for people to actually be pinning these two against each other, because at the end of the day, like I say, we don't really know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. You know, it's easy for us to sit here and speculate. I get that. But like I say, you guys, I'll leave links to both these podcasts listed down below. And like I said, you know, it's fair game for anybody and everybody. If you want to start a podcast, go ahead, start a podcast. It's like everybody and their aunt is making podcasts. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think it's fair to make up drama where there is no drama. The other day, Garrett's Instagram got hacked, and it was like a field day. But then he also made it known that, you know, his Instagram was hacked, and if you got messages from him that wasn't him, and vice, you know, on and on and on. But anyway, you guys, as I say, make a decision for yourself. I'll link both these podcasts down below. As I say, I've got nothing but good things to say about Ryland and LIZZIE's podcast. It is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. You know, it doesn't leave you with that feeling of, you know, just people talking about tea and, you know, just negativity. It's so lighthearted. Also, another thing is that what they're talking about is the fact that he's had all these problematic people as guests on their podcast. Now, let's play devil's advocate here, right? Ryland and Shane have always been open about their friendships, who they're friends with, who they're not friends with. You know, Trisha, they stood by Trisha through thick and thin. And at the end of the day, we all know Trisha. She's a troll. So Ryland had her on. Then he had Jeffree Star on. Then he had, well, he also had Shane on his channel. But let's think about it objectively, okay? These are their friends. These are people that actually agreed to come on the podcast. It's not a matter of trying to give them relevance. It's just those are their friends. Who are we to fall to them for that? If you don't like it, don't watch. Period. That's how easy it is. You don't like it, don't watch it. Okay. It's like Shane has always been supportive of Ryland, okay? They're filming in their backyard. Do people really expect Shane just to not be a part of Ryland's endeavors? He's behind the scenes, and yes, they make it known he's there, but who cares? Who cares? Is it really that deep, people? Excuse me. Is it really that deep? Then he came onto the podcast when they lost their little kitten. I get it. I truly get it. Even if he's dipping his toe, the feedback would be, it's fine. You know, it's like, go ahead, do what you need to do. It's not that deep. And another thing is, why are you all trying to cancel Ryland? What did Ryland do? I can't think of anything that Ryland did. When they were going through this whole episode with Tati, and Shane came onto Instagram and gave this live about how she's lying and all that bullshit. And Ryland was there, you could hear him in the background, get off the phone. Why? Because he's protecting his man. He's standing up for his man. If you want to cancel Ryland for being the ride or die for Shane, his man, he's the love of his life, his fiance, what's so wrong about that? What is so wrong about that? Why are you trying to cancel Ryland? It's like, as I said, you guys, it's not that deep, you know. One day, I think we will get the full scope of what actually went on behind the scenes, and we will get to find out what happened with Andrew and Garrett and Shane's friendship. I do believe we'll get that. But right now, it's like, can people move forward? Can we allow them to move forward? Who are we to hold them back? Between Ryland and Shane Dawson, this is their livelihood. This is how they make their money. You know, they gotta still live. They gotta still keep paying bills. So at the end of the day, you guys, can we not show people respect? You know, just a little bit of respect. I was actually having a conversation with a neighbor of mine, and she was saying to me, you know, Renelle, you're just too good of a person. And I was like, it's not that I'm too good of a person. I can give you 150 chances, even 200 chances. But you know what? Once I'm done, I'm done. I am not even going to acknowledge you, you know, because I look at everybody. We are all humans, you know, we all have feelings. So what is so wrong with treating the next person the way you want to be treated? If that person messed up, they got to suffer the consequences, you know. How can we hold it against them or judge them going forward or forever on out? You get what I'm saying? And in regard to Shane, he has been through a cancellation. And I'm not saying what he did was right. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, you guys, how long is this gonna go on? And honestly speaking, I'm also like, I don't give two hoots what the next person thinks. I truly don't. They don't pay my bills. They don't take care of my kids. They don't put food on my table. So if that's the way you feel, I can respect you. As easy as that, you know. And yes, with being on social media, there's a lot of hatred that goes on. People can come after you with everything. But as long as you know who you are, if you can stand in your truth, you're good. You're good. But at the end of the day, you guys, I still feel that it's so wrong for people to actually be pinning these two groups of people against each other. It's so wrong. You know, as I said, we can sit here, we can speculate, we can assume, but at the end of the day, it's who you enjoy watching. For me personally, and I've said this from the get-go, is Ryland and Lizzie Borden. They are absolutely hilarious. The best part about it for me is when she keeps correcting him about his grammar. It is absolutely hilarious. So you guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I would love to know what you guys think about this, because as far as I'm concerned, it's not that deep. You know, everybody's making their money, everybody's doing what they need to do, and nobody else seems fazed. They don't talk about each other. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget, please be kind to one another. Don't forget to wear your mask when you go out there. Let's do our part, you know. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.